But shifting focus to the agri market, then, as promised, in wheat procurement has crossed 29 million tons in the ongoing 25-26 Rabi marketing season, which is the highest that we have seen in the last 4 years. The surge has been driven by strong arrivals and a bumper harvest this year, with Punjab, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh leading the charge. So, what does this mean for retail prices, retail wheat prices? To discuss this, we now have Mr. Sumit Gupta, who is the Managing Committee member at IPGA, or India Pulses and Grains Association, now joining us. Mr. Gupta, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now. So, wheat procurement by government agencies is at the highest level that we have seen since 21-22. Help us understand what is leading to this and what does this mean for inventory situation as far as domestic supply of wheat in the domestic market is concerned.
Very warm good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you very much for having me on the show. And it's a very important question that you are asking about the wheat supply chain in the country. Because for the food security in the country, there are two critical elements. One is pulses, another is grains. And within grains, wheat play a very important role. And in the last 3 years, we have seen that government's procurement went down, stayed around, and then stayed around 26 million tons. But this year, fortunately, production was good and farmer arrival was even better because government has taken very good steps by increasing MSP and giving bonus in Rajasthan and MP, which has given a lot of incentive to farmer to sell to government itself. Now we come to a question, do we have a much larger crop over last year or it is a function of better arrivals? We are still in camp that in central India, it's a good crop. In North India, it is crop is equivalent to last year. But this year, we are seeing much better arrivals from the farmer side than the previous years.
Okay, so arrival has been much better from the farmers, but help us understand what kind of impact will this have on wheat prices in the domestic market. We've seen a lot of volatility in the global markets as well. I understand that does not impact domestic prices, but you tell us, what has the trend been?
Okay, let's start with the global market first. If you look at the wheat market worldwide, it's in last few days it's consolidating, but overall market has come off from its high. The wheat corn spread is one of the all-time low. The feed market, feed wheat prices in Southeast Asia is more or less equal to corn prices, and that shows that there is a harvest pressure coming in Europe and Black Sea. Overall, in terms of price, we are almost reaching last year price equivalent at harvest from Black Sea. And there is a limited scope for markets to go down from current level because it becomes disincentivizing for European farmers to sell if a market goes below that. Today, if I have to put a number, it is approximately equal to $260 CFR 11.5 variety delivered into India. And now let's extend it to Indian market. Indian market, whenever government is able to procure good quantity, the price curve shifts in favor of government control. Now, government is the one who is going to decide OMSs. Government is the one who is going to decide PDS allocations. And there is a lot of say that government is going to increase the buffer stock norms from 7.5 to 9.5 to 13.5 equivalent. And that is going to absorb extra wheat that we have procured this year, if that news is true. And that is where we believe that once government has a control over prices, then chances of wild rally in the market goes down. And we might see stable price curve this year, which is driven by the cost of carry.
Understood. So wheat prices are expected to remain stable for the rest of the year. But since procurement this year has inched higher, help us understand what does this mean for distribution of grain by government through public distribution system. Will we have enough inventory for that as well?
Yes, if we at the 26 million ton procurement last year, we were able to give around 19 million tons in PDS. At 30 million ton, even with enhanced buffer norms, will be able to give a higher quantity in PDS, and government may revise the PDS of wheat from 18-19 to 22-23, which will be a good sign for ease of availability in the local markets. Because as we have started with the discussion that farmer this year has sold higher quantity at harvest, and that will be an important component that government keep releasing the wheat in market going forward.
Understood. And I also wanted your thoughts on Uttar Pradesh market in particular. It is the largest market as far as wheat production is concerned, but procurement from Uttar Pradesh market has been on the lower side this time. Help us understand what led to that, and is it expected to inch higher over the next one odd month?
Ma'am, UP produces around 35 million tons of wheat approximately, which is one third of total quantity of wheat we produce. But UP has a population of 250 million people, which is equivalent to population of Brazil. So the consumption is quite low. Number two, the land holding in Europe is UP is less, and that is why the market surplus in UP is fairly limited. Number three, UP at harvest. This year we have seen that government procurement is low because Rajasthan and MP, two bordering states, they are giving bonus of 125 rupees, and that is where a lot of procurement which has happened in MP is also partly contributed by UP. I don't foresee UP procurement number going up going forward, and we are more or less towards the closure of the procurement season. At best, we'll be able to touch 30 million tons.
I understand we are at the fag end of the procurement season, but region-wise, you did talk about Uttar Pradesh. But apart from UP, which other states aided the increase in procurement this time?
This year, MP has been the driver. If you see, last year MP procurement was around 4.8, and this year number, if I'm not wrong, is around 7.8, which is 3 million tons extra procurement that we have done this year. Largely has been contributed by MP, followed by Rajasthan. And that is where in India, if government procurement has to go up or go down, these two states will always play the most critical role. Because Haryana, Punjab largely are saturated. We get 93-95% of total arrivals into government buffers. And that is where MP and Rajasthan are the swing factors always.
Mr. Gupta, thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us here on ET Now. So procurement of wheat by government agencies has inched the highest level that we've seen in the last 4 years, but it will not have any impact on wheat prices in the domestic market whatsoever.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.